how did you start? I mean, how? Of course, I know you are coming out of the Redeemed Christian Church of God, but how did you pour yourself into the work? That's the aspect. I want you to please speak about pioneering. How was it at the time when Latin was pioneered? What did you do at the time?
Well, I think the model parish was that God enabled us to pioneer was the training ground, because
Hmm.
pioneers do suffer. I remember when I was, by God's grace, pioneering the model parish, I didn't go home for months.
Wow.
I was returning home only to greet my wife and children and to pick few clothes.
Wow.
I had a bed there that was given to me by the younger brother of Mrs. Adeboye, our mother in Israel. He was the one who said, "This one will be my donation. Since you are sleeping here," he brought that bed. I remember it like yesterday. And we will fast, we will pray like never before. And God began to deepen my understanding of ministry from there. And when in October 1, he spoke to me that lottery will begin, I went to the camp after El Shaddai's Day to tell Pastor with the hope that they will provide somebody else to take over, giving a space of about 6 months from that October till end of March, because lottery was going to start April 1. A number of things happened there, which Papa acknowledged later that he didn't handle well. That's why I said the best of men are still men, and I'm glad that he admitted that, because I had no desire, no ambition. I just was following God. I want to tell every young minister, know God for yourself. Because if your mentor becomes your tormentor, you must behave yourself well, as Saul did to David. And I'm not referring to Pastor Deboy in that category at all. I'm just saying, if you don't know God for yourself, when he speaks to you clearly, somebody will give you something else to do if you don't know your assignment.
Wow. Wow.
By the time Lateran was starting, I just transferred all that dedication and hard work into Lateran. The pioneering people with me included Olumide Awobuale, who was my numero staff. Number one staff from Redeem was my personal assistant, and I was the one paying, because Redeem did not have structure of search to pay such people as your PA. And then also Pastor Ike, Pastor Remy Dadepo, who is now in Canada, who Olumide brought, Pastor Yomi Dada, who was among the early birds that started ministry with me. Mrs. Olokitui Deola was one of those who followed us. The Oladakos, who are still with us, the relation of your wife, they moved in with us because God showed Brother Oladako's wife that that's a person to go with, and a number of others. We started with 85 people. That was all we had. And we were already running to 860 members. About 865, we had 85 people to go with us. And when the wind started blowing, some of them still left, but we kept on doing what we were doing. Let me tell you what it was like. That building was an abandoned building that the government was going to pull down before we rented it. We eventually bought the property before our 5th anniversary. And there was no fence at all. We used bamboo as fence. But I was preaching 5 times a week. I was doing Bible study 5 times a week in Federal Palace Hotel Ikoyi on Mondays. In Apapa, the cinema in Apapa, where Tony Rapu eventually started the Apapa family. It was after I'd used the place for Bible study. That was the second place I would go on a Tuesday. On a Wednesday, I'll be at the Lateran Aquila to preach Bible study, to teach Bible study. On Thursday, I will be at airport, at a venue at the airport, provided by Captain George to do Bible study. On Friday, we'll do vigil or prayer meeting. On Saturday, I'll be at Swango Plaza in Ota to do Bible study. That was why we had the likes of engineer Oludare joined us. And on Sunday, I'll preach at the church. That was my schedule per week. And after I'd done that for almost a year, we still had our bamboo fence. And I told those who are now attending that the distance between Akilo to Ikoyi, to Apapa, to airport, to Ota is the distance between those places and Akilo. If you are blessed by our ministry, we are not going back. We are not coming to Bible study here anymore. And almost all of them moved. That in that first anniversary, we were 2,155 people for our first anniversary. So, and like I say again, ministry is not for lazy people who just think they can stay in one place and then God will just be sending people to them. No, we went to those people. And it was after that that Jesus Victory Crusade that had begun at Model Parish now was extended to other regions, other parts of the old Western region, Ota, Ikorodu, Ekpe, Badagry, Shagamu, Abeokuta like twice, and Ilaro, and we just went and did crusades in those places, and then television began the first Sunday of January 1990. The rest, as they say, is history.
I mean, the aspect of sleeping in church is very touching. You have to stay there for many days.
No, it was 6 months.
6 months?
Yes, I had a carpet I was lying on when I left Redeem because I left the bed there. And Olumide and the rest of them were sleeping in their offices also. Eventually, they promoted me. I got a bed, which is still there, that I will sleep on because we were doing 24/7 telephone counseling ministry. And I was one of the counselors on telephone that people could call in from anywhere. Look, in those days, we invaded territories. For example, in the dead of the night, we would go to 1004 and distribute tracts and flyers into every doorstep. And they will put the same flyers on their cars. And then we'll go to Marina in the afternoon and put every car that was parked in Marina had a flyer. One day, one woman called the telephone counselor and said, "What did I do for you? You are chasing me everywhere." I woke up in my house in 1004, I picked your flyer. I got to my car, I picked your flyer. On my way home, I picked your flyer. Are you chasing me? I said, "I'm chasing you with everything because God is sending me to chase you."